Hey guys, this is Uzatekasasu with the Dark Wardens, and I'm going to take you through a quick tutorial on using the editing tools for the Alpha 17.2 7 Days to Die. So, once you get onto this loading screen, you're going to hit Editing Tools and Level Prefab Editor. Don't worry about this because we are not going to save any prefabs that are in the game. We're going to create a new one on this video. And if you want to edit a prefab that's already existing in the game, our next video will show you how to do that. For this video, we're just going to create one from scratch, and it's a relatively easy process. So it loaded the one I was working on last, so we're going to load a brand new one. So you're going to press escape, and we are going to go over to Prefab Browser and click on Create New Prefab, which will load us this screen right here. So we can see this right here, this grid lines marks ground level. So wherever this grid line is on your building will be at the ground level of wherever you're standing in the game when you spawn it. So we're going to go ahead and get started. We go to U, just like in the creative mode, and you have access to any blocks there you want to build with. And there's even blocks for spawning zombies or loot. If you decide you want to create a prefab that is for an actual prefab and not a base. There's even sleepers and loot helpers and all kinds of stuff. So we first are going to look for admin tools. So we're going to type admin, and you can see you have a whole set of admin tools. I currently have the super digger. There's also instant death and the super wrench, and these are for testing or deleting products. So you don't want the ring of fire. So we're going to already have the super digger here because I was working earlier. And we have a basic block here. So you can just place it on this grid. If you cannot see this grid, you just need to press escape. And I think all you have to do is say create new empty prefab and it spawns. If it does not, restart your thing and try again because it should. There's debug tools. You also have leveling tools, so you can show different stuff in the game. And you can move the ground level up or down. You can show where the ground level is, or not show where it is. See, there it is. You can move the whole prefab up and down if you decide you want to change it. You can show the bounds, update the bounds. So anyway, I close that. So now we can build. And if we create this, you're flying right now, by the way. So if you find yourself accidentally touching H and falling, just H again and you can fly. Just like if you're in regular creative mode. The only difference is you have a flat level building ability. So we're going to press escape again. And we're going to update bounds. And you can see now it shows the bounds as this. It's going to automatically take anything in there that you have placed. Even if there's airspaces, it will continually make a box around all the objects you place. So let's say you want this to ground level, but you want a ladder down the side of it, just for purposes. That's being funny. There we go. Now you can build below ground level, or you should be able to go below ground level. If you find that, you really want to make stuff no taller than bedrock, because if it goes past bedrock, it'll break your game. So bedrock now I think is at negative or positive 3. So if you're going to build something that has a hole or baseline all the way to bedrock, you're going to make sure you don't break the bedrock bounds and make the object smaller than the distance between ground level for your character where you spawn it and where bedrock is, if that makes sense. There we go. Now that whole piece of object should be below ground level. Huh. Well, it was working before, so maybe they changed things because I haven't played with this since 17.1. Or maybe it's just not showing because ground level is there. But you can play with it now that you know how to do this. To save this, we are just going to go to save, and we're going to type a name here. So I'm going to pull up what I was working on to show you how to save. Nope, this is what I was working on earlier. And now to click save, we're going to save. Exit. And now an important part of this is that you want to back up your bases that you make. So to do that, all you need to do is go into where your game is saved at. For me, I have it on my E drive. You're going to go to Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, 7 Days to Die, Data, and Prefabs, and then you're going to look for your prefab. So we're going to search for Sakura. And you can see there's 4 files. Just create a little folder over here. Copy. Make sure you copy. Don't move, because then it won't be in your game. There you go. And that's how that works. And so the reason you want to do this is because if you update to 17.3 or you need to do a recovery or to recover files or anything like that, it will erase your base. Sometimes EAC has problems and it'll erase your base. It'll delete files that don't exist. For instance, if you go into here and go to properties, the local files, and if you verify in your integrity of game files, it'll also delete your saves. So to keep your bases, that's how you do it. If you wind up spawning something in a game, so we're gonna make a new game, and you make changes to it and you want to save them, and this is how you're gonna do it. In case you really want to build on the real world and in a creative mode instead of using the Prefab Editor. Now, if you want to spawn this into somebody else's server, the issue that you're going to have is they're going to have to spawn it and they're going to have to deal with spawning on their end, because you really have to be in creative mode in an admin on a server in order to do this. I think I didn't set it up right. Give me a second. So yeah, you need to be in creative mode. Now you're going to press F1. You're going to type in GM for God mode. But I think I'm already in God mode. So we're going to go to options. Back. Okay, I really honestly don't know how to do this part from 17.2 because it's changed. Last time I tried 17.2, you were able to do that. But I think to spawn it now, you're going to need a bot or something else to load it into the game. So I don't quote me on that. I'm going to have to play with it and figure it out. So I'll have to do it in a different video. But basically that's how that works, is that you'll have to have one of the editing programs to, or management programs to spawn things, I think. Because I don't see it here. I don't know how to do the controls. They've changed it. I assumed that it would be from this. So anyway, that's the end of our video, and on our next video I will promise I'll figure this out. So stay tuned for our next video where I show how to edit a prefab without turning off EAC. And I'll also show how to spawn stuff. Take care and like, share, and subscribe for more videos.